Unit 3, Lesson 5, The Need for Programming Languages. At the conclusion of this lesson, you will be able to justify the existence of programming languages to precisely communicate instructions, and you'll be able to explain the qualities that differentiate natural languages, English, French, Spanish, etc., and programming languages, such as C#, Ada, even COBOL, Pascal, Java, all of those, okay? They have some things very much in common that are different from our natural languages. Now, what I'd like for you to do is pause the video for just a moment and write down 3 different reasons you would call a set of instructions bad. If you had a set of instructions sitting in front of you, what would make them bad? And in class, we will share these out. Okay, now, anyone hungry? Let's go watch how to make a peanut butter sandwich. Now, I can't put a video in a video. It doesn't work so well. So, at this point in time, pause this video, go to Unit 3, Lesson 5, and click on the video picture that looks like this, and it will take you out to how to make a peanut butter sandwich. Go ahead, get your own peanut butter sandwich and watch it. Have you watched that? Great. Now, when mistakes were made by the dad following his kid's instructions, what went wrong? Well, if you said that he misinterpreted words, but when he spread things, he spread it. It didn't say how to spread it. It wasn't explicit. And understand that there's a lot of things that as humans, we interpret. We use in context. And so we understand that when we spread peanut butter or we spread jelly, that we scoop some of the contents out, we put it onto the bread, and then we spread it on the bread. We understand. But to spread something, it's got to have a single meaning in programming. Okay? Even trying to be as clear as possible, the dad struggled to write clear instructions. There are things we can do to improve, but the core challenge here is that everyday human language is bad, really bad for giving clear instructions. Words can have 2 or 3 meanings. Instructions that seem clear turn out to be vague when we actually go follow them. And not so much when we follow our own directions, but when we follow someone else's directions. We want to give clear instructions. If we want to give clear instructions, we need to fundamentally change the language that we use. We need to create a new kind of language, a language where there is no ambiguity in any word. If we use a word, it means a specific thing, and that's it. Now imagine we are going to redesign the human language to be really good for giving clear instructions. What types of changes would we need to make? Pause the video and jot those down. Okay, so things that we might change. Again, in a synchronous environment, I would ask for what things would you think about changing? In an asynchronous environment, I'll tell you that some of the things would be that words would have a single meaning. A word, when used, would mean the same thing all the time, and you'd have to do it the same way. You also would have a single way to structure your sentences, okay? Where I can say, I am older than my student, or my student is younger than I am, I would have one way to say things, okay? It would also be very crisp and clear, step by step. There are a lot of things, okay? Especially the words. Having a single word mean a single thing. That could help a lot. Now, in this lesson, we talked about instructions because soon you're going to start programming your apps. When you write a program, you're just giving instructions to a computer for what it should do to run the app. The computer cannot interpret your instructions. It will do exactly what you tell it. As you'll see, the programming language we use to give these instructions sometimes looks like English, but then it's going to have a lot of weird and sometimes a bit confusing differences. This is because it needs to be much more precise. and unambiguous than normal human language. We're going to dive into this more in our next lesson. Ready? Go.